earlier video we covered how Poland recently demanded reparations from Germany from the invasion of Poland in 1939, which sparked the Second World War. Honestly, I didn't expect people to watch it so much, and I feel like the analysis was inadequate. So, I'm going to give it another go and explain my position. As Doc had read, Poland wants reparations. It's an understandable desire considering Adolf's atrocities perpetuated on Poland. Number one, the Warsaw Ghetto, where Polish Jews were sequestered and later annihilated by the Waffen-SS. Over 392,000 total dead. Number two, Treblinka extermination camp, where 700,000 Polish Jews died, some brought over from the Warsaw Ghetto. Number three, the supposed Germanization of Poland, which constituted displacement of Poles, deportations to Germany and the USSR as slave labor, starving out specific population centers, and armed ethnic cleansing. By the time of Germany's surrender in April 1945, over 5.5 million Poles had been killed, and over 3 million of those Poles were Jewish. And to say nothing of the attempted destruction of Polish culture by the Nazi regime. Now, in the earlier video, the original video, Doc explained that it was the Nazis who invaded Germany, not the German people. In a nutshell, Weimar Germany in the 1930s was very much like the state the Western world is in today. Divided, broken, and decadence abounding. Hitler saw it as a prime opportunity for the Nazi Party to rise, but he was not at all as popular as you would think. In the 1932 German presidential election, the Nazi Party only achieved 16.9% of the national vote. That means out of every 10 voters, 2 on average only voted for Hitler. But in 1933, German President Paul Ludwig Hans Anton von Beneckendorf und von Hindenburg appointed Hitler as his chancellor. Hitler was not appointed chancellor as the result of an electoral victory with a popular mandate, but instead as the result of a constitutionally questionable deal among a small group of conservative German politicians who had given up on parliamentary rule. They hoped to use Hitler's popularity with the masses to buttress a return to conservative authoritarian rule, perhaps even a monarchy, heralding back to the era of the Kaiser in the First World War. But within 2 years, however, Hitler and the Nazis outmaneuvered Germany's conservative politicians to consolidate a radical Nazi dictatorship completely subordinate to Hitler's personal will. Hence, the rise of the Nazi Third Reich. Therefore, it would be unfair to pin the blame of Poland's subjugation on the German people. It was all the Nazis doing, and they got their due at the Nuremberg trials after the war. I respect Poland, but demanding reparations would just be beating a dead horse. The European Union is in huge debt, and that money wouldn't make it any better. And while I agree that what happened was horrible, no amount of money will bring back those 5.5 million people back, nor undo what has been done. What about America's sufferings? What about in the War of 1812 when the British Army burned down our national capital and the White House? What about the mid to late 1800s when Native American tribes attacked U.S. settlers, scalped them, and kidnapped the women and children? Where's our reparations? We did not demand anything because our enemies had been defeated. The Native Americans lost, and the empire where the sun never sets is gone. They're both history. Nazi Germany is gone too. But you, Poland, will live on to prosper.